Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
Welcome back to another episode of Wrath and Story. I'm the Imperial Scribe of this vessel, the Flexible Demeanor, and it is my pleasure to document the many adventures of J. Jones, Andrew Dickinger, and their Servo Skull companion, Daniel Fernandez. When you last left them, the war for Doma had begun. The Orks have attacked earlier than anticipated, while small scouting forces have made planetfall hiding in the meteor showers. The true threat were the massive rocks, asteroids converted by Orks to serve as deadly landing craft. The orbital defense fleet, led by Lord Captain Locke, endeavors to intercept these rocks, but must contend with the deadly and seemingly endless Ork kill cruisers that seek to destroy everything they can get their hands on. While most of the battle thus far has been in orbit, by the third day, 3 massive Ork rocks have managed to break through to the planet. Now the brave people of Doma will have to hold back the green tide as best they can as the Orks begin to overrun their home. Will our boys and the people of Doma succeed? Let's find out.
All right, Daniel, I got you back on. There's a lot of stuff happening. Why don't you, give us
we're
the lowdown.
the command room that we're in right now. Everybody's running to and fro. Everybody's arguing about what they should do, though there's less arguing than the first time we got here. But there are alerts coming from all over the planet. It's a rough time these days.
Yeah, we didn't expect them to arrive as quickly as they did, but we're bouncing back. We're up on our feet, right? I mean, everyone looks real panicked, but we got this.
You know, I feel like we broke the number one rule, Jay, which is I guess we tried to predict orcs.
That was probably a bad idea. But I mean, orcs aren't strategic, although they did just sneak up on us like very early. It's fine. We got this. Look at all these smart people running around. That person's smart. That person's smart. That person's huddled in the corner. Oh, someone should check on him.
Guy huddled in the corner. I don't know if you've seen that guy before. That's actually the bishop.
Oh, is he okay? Should we check on him?
Yeah, he's like an older dude. He's wearing like the Ecclesiastes robes, Ecclesiarchy. The church. What's the word?
I believe on this planet it's pronounced Ecclesiastes. Is that's how it's pronounced on Doma? You know, Ecclesiastes. Oh, I mean, maybe we should go check on this guy. He seems real out of sorts. Let me, excuse me, member of the Ecclesiastes. Is there anything we can do to help? You seem at a loss.
Oh yes, thank you for hearing the pleas of an old man. It is great to see a servant of the Emperor even in such a unique form.
Listen. I'm an Aeldari, all right? You can get it out of your system, okay? I'm Aeldari, okay? We can both say it together. Can we say it together? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, Aeldari.
Aeldari.
Yes, that's right. Now, this Aeldari and this robot man are here to save your planet. And,
yes, I understand. We are friends with the mechanical ones. I'm sorry. I'm so confused. I have been helping all of the refugees that are coming into the city here in Kugane from all the various parts of Doma, and I'm trying to get them set up in the Temple of Saint Drusus, near the relic. And
right, Saint Drusus, of course. That'll protect them.
I know who that is.
You do?
I think we tried to come up with a holiday for him once. Don't worry about it.
Did we? Oh gosh, for St. Drusus. Oh,
Yeah.
It was probably went off without a hitch. I'm sure, no problems whatsoever. But
one of my priests has been traveling to the north and has been traveling with a convoy of refugees. They were making their way to Kugane, but one of these foul Xenos rocks has landed on the path that they were going to take. Now there's a group of around 400 refugees stranded in the mining town of Blindfrost.
Foul Xenos, you say? And I eyeball Jay and do a smirk.
He said foul Xenos, not fancy, glistening, glorious Xenos, which, I mean, we all would have known what that was. But foul Xenos, we're all on the same page.
I know that your duties are great, but I was wondering if you could spare some of your men and perhaps yourselves to defend these innocents. In fact, I know St. Drusus would smile upon us.
Yeah, St. Drusus. We're very familiar, as we established, with St. Drusus, and don't want to be in poor favor with that saint.
Hold on a second, Bishop. And I pulled Jay aside and Daniel as well. Okay. So we have no idea how to prosecute the majority of this war, right? Like, we feel way more comfortable in the nitty-gritty. Like, I mean, just getting in it.
I love being in the gritty, and if I'm getting nitty in that gritty, then I am feeling more comfortable. That's true. This command room, I'm going to be honest, is giving me a lot of anxiety, and I've drank so much coffee, didn't help, and the bathroom's so far away.
We'd said that you weren't going to drink any more coffee. We have no idea how it affects your new body.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. There was this poor guy who delivers coffee, right? And he just didn't have anything to do, and he looked really anxious, which made me anxious, so I asked him to get me coffee so he would feel less anxious. I drank it. I got more anxious because I was drinking so much coffee, and I'm talking in circles, aren't I?
You know, it's better than the drug water. Look, let's focus in here. We've got a war to fight.
Okay. I think what Andrew's going for is we maybe can calm our nerves by getting in the war and killing some orcs, which I'm all for. And these refugees, hold on a second. Let me break out of this huddle for a second. Bishop, these refugees, they all have trigger fingers, right?
Many are willing to fight and die for their planets.
It's exactly what I was looking for.
They lack the equipment.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We can take care of that. All right, back in the huddle. Okay, so we've got 400 potential soldiers that we can bring back to the fight. So I think this is worth it. And what was it? Blindfrost?
So, okay, yeah. I think I know what I'm picking up what you're putting down. So you're saying that we should devote half the forces we would send normally, but instead have them escort a supply run filled with weapons, so when we get there, it in fact bolsters the amount of men that we have because we give them all these guns.
I mean, that sounds like a plan. You said a couple steps in there that included plans, and I'm all about that, so yes.
Wait, so you're saying instead of rescuing them and then bringing them back here, we would fly guns to them?
Well, I mean, we bring them back here, but bringing them back here armed. I mean, they've got to pull their weight too, you know.
I like this. It's an efficiency move, Daniel. See, instead of taking the time to come back and thank their lives for us saving them, they can spend that time thanking us while checking the ammunition in their weapons and reloading them, which is, not terrible. Downside, though, if this goes sideways, we just supplied the orcs with a whole bunch of weapons.
The other issue that I'm thinking of here is how do we get them? If that rock is on the land route, we could try to go around it, or we could try to, I think an airlift is what makes the most sense, but I don't know. We'd have to maybe take the cargo shuttles from the flexible demeanor, or we could take some of the Valkyries that they're using for combat, but those are well-armed troop transports.
Damn it. And the fluffy Phoenix is not ready to fly just yet.
So, how many gunships do we have? How valuable are they right now? And how many landers do we have? I mean, do we have any intel on if these refugees are essentially cut off by an armed fortress of orcs? Or is it, safe to bring in just bulk landers and get them the hell out of here?
There are about 30 Valkyries on the entire planet. Many of them are involved currently in actual combat missions, dropping around for flanking maneuvers against the orcs and whatnot. We could pull them away to better rescue these folks, but it would limit our defenses.
Okay, Jay. I'm gonna say this right now.
Mm-hmm.
If we risk those Valkyries and it goes badly, and that's all we have on the planet, Susan's gonna be real mad. So I'm voting.
Not our Valkyries, to be clear.
Ooh.
They do not belong to us, literally.
Important note. Yeah.
Okay. True, but it also involves a huge amount of responsibility that I'm not willing to commit to. So I'm gonna say bulk landers with half the amount of troops and half guns, and we go rescue these people.
Okay. I like it. I like the landers. One addendum. We don't reroute all the Valkyries, but we do take one Valkyrie. Because, baby, I want to get my hands on one of those steering consoles, if they have them. I'm not sure quite exactly how they fly.
Oh, God.
But, baby, can you imagine me in a cockpit of a Valkyrie? Yes! We'd ride in, Black Horse style, drop in on them, do the gun stuff.
On cliffside.
What? No, we'll be fine. I love this idea. I love the lander plan, and I love that we both agree that the Valkyrie would be cool. Let's do this.
Wait, so, hold on. I'm not clear. Are we the distraction again?
No. All those landers will definitely be the distraction. We're going to come in after and go with the Valkyrie, and then we land, and then and again on the ground, and then we save everybody.
Okay, so you got your and your which guns are those exactly?
I have a question for you.
Yes?
I have a request from Governor Figaro and General Bannon. They wish to launch a frontal assault on one of the rocks that has landed to the south of the city. Instead of hiding behind the walls and waiting like they've been doing while most of the battles have been going on in space, they wish to send the armored companies out and blow up the rock directly. With the shield generators that they have set up, we can't really bombard them from space. A direct frontal assault is requested.
Yee, that's a tough one. They go out there, and if they fail, then we've lost most of our defenses. But if we don't go out there and take them out, then who knows what they could be building out there or doing. And they could spread west or east or another direction. Who could know?
Soldier, how many forces are they planning to send of the city's defenses?
Here you go, sir. And he hands you a data pad. It looks like it's going to be one armored company and one infantry battalion.
Okay, I mean, we could probably spare. I do like being proactive in this fight. I mean, just waiting for them. I feel like you wait against orcs and things just get progressively worse.
Yeah, and also makes them mad, right? Because, they want to be getting in that fight. Which also begs the question, they might come at us still, though. If we do wait, they might get really upset, which will make them sloppy, maybe. I don't really know how they work. But then they come to us because they want a good fight, and then blam, 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 blam. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, I've been reading on orcs, and there may be some troubling data. Daniel, can I roll a scholar check on the reproductive stuff of orcs?
Sure. Make a scholar check.
Okay.
Difficulty 3. It's pretty basic orc stuff.
Oh, fail, and
Here
then
we
assume
go.
something really weird. They fuck trees! We got so many trees
no.
out there!
I passed. Nothing significant on my wrath die other than a success. I passed, and I can push 3 6s.
Okay, wow, you know a lot about the orcs in this situation.
Andrew, what have you been doing with your spare time? You seem to know a lot about orc reproductive actions. Do I need to scrub through some of your history, buddy? Okay, yeah, I'm waiting for it.
Listen, all right. I know it sounds weird, okay? I've just been doing research, and, I want to prepare us. So, yeah, it's not weird. Okay, So I've been reading about these orcs, and it turns out waiting is probably actually a horrible idea, because you may not know this, Jay, but apparently orcs are fungus people.
Fungus people? But
they're fungus, yes.
But they... What? But they got muscles
Apparently.
and the yelling and the talking.
Yeah, they are animated fungus people. They are genderless. They bud into the surrounding area and just make more orcs.
Okay. That's interesting. So we are basically being attacked by a bioweapon right now?
Yeah, you could say there's a lot of redacted stuff on here. But the general gist that I'm getting from this, from some loose, totally not backdoor connections through our former Inquisitor, stuff, that the most of the planets that have orc infestations tend to get burned. And I think it has something to do with how fast they reproduce.
Okay.
So a little bit of information with those 6s you pushed. Orc reproductive length varies depending on the orcs and some other things. A full-on orc is probably not going to arise for like at least a month. And hopefully we'll be done by then, but who knows. But snotlings could start growing up in a week, squigs in about 2 weeks. Maybe the bigger threat of the rock is once it's landed, the mech boys could start stripping it for parts and building armored weapons as well.
What? These plants can build things out of rocks? It's crazy.
No, the rocks, I keep saying, are okay. It's the landing craft that the orcs use.
Jay must be confused. So they call them rocks, ROK, as he said, but they just essentially turned a giant asteroid into a flying spaceship that they crash into planets.
Well, what? Who would make crashing a ship their main tactical move? That seems crazy. Have I done that before? Let me just...
Can you sign off on this order, sir, or should you? Do you want me to?
I mean,
yeah. Have at it. Tell them to have at it. That's what we said.
Well, maybe let's give some more clarity there. I think you mean attack, right? Take that armored company out and try to take them down before they start budding off, I don't know, other weird boys or snotlings or whatever you just said.
Yeah.
Understood, sirs.
And soldier.
Yes.
Get as much damn fire in the hands of those soldiers as you possibly can. All right? Promethium. Up the ass, in the tubes, out the nozzles, everywhere.
Sure. Well, I don't really control that, but I'll let them know. Yes, sir.
Did I say Promethium up the ass? Do you think he's going to take that literally? Oh, boy.
I don't know, Jay. That whole spiel was strange. And
they'll be fine. All right, Daniel, switch you back on, and we are flying, baby. This bad boy of a Valkyrie is one hell of a ship. I'm loving this.
Jay, keep it level. Keep it level,
I'm
okay?
keeping the troops rallied by doing these weaves through the air. Hold on, I'm banking left. Ah! Whoa, yeah, I missed that mountain. That was close. Where did that come from? Was that in the clouds? That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, Lord Captain Locke's crew that came with the Valkyrie is sort of looking at you. Most of the troops that we brought are from the levy, but the actual gunners in this Valkyrie and stuff who are experienced with it are from the Navy.
Troops!
And, they're not used to you flying.
How you feeling back there, boys? Everyone feeling good?
And a pair of mechadendrites buckle myself in for a third time.
No one responds. They're all just
there's just some nods. One of the guys seems to actually just be listening to some music and is ignoring you.
Yeah.
Wait. Does Jay not have the headset on? Because the engines are definitely way too loud for anyone to hear.
I'm just
him
yelling.
Talking.
Yes.
It's probably because they can't hear me. It's probably why. Because the engines.
We had to be going fast. We had to get by the limited anti-air that the orcs had been setting up near the rock. But now we're getting close to the town, but I think it's in the middle of a blizzard.
That's all right. I've flown through worse. Not a blizzard, definitely not a blizzard, so not really sure what it does to the engine, but I bet if I flip a couple of these switches, we'll be fine. There's gotta be like a blizzard wiper somewhere in here.
Okay, the
flip switches.
The Valkyrie is beginning to shake a little bit. Jay, I'm gonna need you to make a pilot check.
Okay. What's the difficulty on this pilot check?
Difficulty 4.
I got this. Well, I've got a 7 in my pilot check. So I've been taking some lessons on the side. Gotta get that fluffy phoenix, the best possible pilot in the universe. So here we go. Needing a 4. Yikes-a-dikes-a. Here we go. Huh, I failed.
Failed, huh?
I did fail. Oh, boy. Well, it sounds like this is an opportunity to use a wrath point to reroll some of these dice. Oh,
my God.
So what happens momentarily is I do flip a switch and it like kills one of the engines. I'm like, oh, that wasn't the right switch, and it just starts to careen out of the sky. All right,
Mechadendrites buckle me in for the 4th
I'm just
time.
like leaning forward, flipping other switches. Here we go, flipping other switches. I got a 6, baby. Yes, so I got a 5 total. And I do flip a switch and engine kicks back on, just rights itself. I look back at everyone. The guy who had like music playing, his headphones are off, and like I'm just giving him a dead stare. Hey, don't listen to music on my missions. And I just slowly turn back. And I look at Andrew, like I'm dead serious looking at the troops. I look back at Andrew, and my face suddenly turns to like, oh my God, can you believe how dangerous that was?
And
whoa!
So to be clear, the jaw that I have on right now is my crash test jaw, and
does it have the lines? Does it have the yellow striped lines on it?
Of course, it's got the caution lines.
Oh my
and
God.
then, of course, my mechadendrites buckle myself in for a 5th time.
Just extra ones.
I'm just cocooning into this chair.
Man, that could have been real bad, huh? Anyways, let's maybe not flip any more of these switches. I'm feeling good. How's the rest of the landers looking, Daniel?
They're making their way over. I think one of them is going to be making a rough landing here right on the edge of town. But most of them are going to be making it.
Okay. So they're hitting the ground, Daniel?
The most of the landers are landing in the open area outside the town as much as they can. It's sort of a mountainous area, so they're landing wherever they can. There's not too many areas to actually land in the town proper. We could probably bring our Valkyrie down in there, maybe one other transport. But of the dozen that we brought, most are going to be outside. I don't know if there's any orcs nearby yet, but I know some of them were following our landers as we were flying here. So,
following us in the sky? That's no good.
Well, they were on their trucks and stuff, so we'll see.
Okay, so maybe we have a little bit of a window of time to get in here and get out. Are the refugees being kept anywhere that we can see, Daniel, or are they just kind of blocked off?
I don't know. I don't really see. There's a lot of snow. Somebody set down a flare with like popping like red smoke to try to get up, but it's mostly disappearing in this terrible snowstorm that's going on. Maybe we could land and try to talk to somebody. I'm seeing a big mess of people, but it doesn't look like the hundreds we were expecting.
Dang it. Man, I was hoping there was a whole bunch of orcs. I could do the on the guns, and then we just drop down and...
I mean, I was ready for it. I mean, you can tell by... Yeah, anyways, maybe we should sit down there and figure out what the hell is going on?
Yeah, I guess so. What do you feel about maybe keeping the Valkyrie in the air, circling, just in case there's some, like, defense or eyes on? What do you think?
Oh, that's probably a good idea, Don't give anyone the chance to, get on board and press buttons and stuff.
Yeah, well, the wrong buttons, of course. I mean, I'll leave some stickers up here for somebody. If someone has a marker, maybe I could write them down. It's fine. They'll figure it out. They're in the Navy. They know what they're doing. Which gives us an opportunity, Andrew. Dramatic entrance with a rope? Belay down?
I like it.
Yeah, dramatic entrance. Let's do this thing. And I just pull one of the levers that just opens out the bottom floor, like the bottom floor of the Valkyrie, where people drop out for drop troops without giving any warning. So just a bunch of like wind and like snow just filling up the inside.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. You didn't even really tell the person to take over as pilot.
Nope.
It's all...
All right, boys, I'm sure you know what's happening here. Standard protocol for the Navy. We're doing a dramatic entrance. You look like a pilot. Get up there, take control of the controls. By the way, I'm no longer at the controls, so the Valkyrie is just kind of just kind of swiveling in the air. All right, I assume he just like rushes past me to the drivers.
Yeah, he's stumbling past you as he's jumping towards it.
All right.
Messiah.
All right, boys, this is your Supreme Commander Masters. I forget what our names are. Doesn't matter. Dramatic exit. See you later. And I grab one of the ropes and latch it onto my my armor and the like kind of belay ring and just zip down out of the top of the Valkyrie to land down on the ground.
Okay, Daniel. When he jumped out with the rope through his, like carabiner type thing, was it actually attached to the Valkyrie when he jumped out?
I think it was.
Or I just grab a rope and I'm going down and one of the guys in the cockpit sees that it's not attached, but the rope's doing like one of those like it's slowly winding down and he like quickly grabs it and latches it onto the other end.
I'm pretty sure I'm the one who does that.
Oh yeah. Or no, you know what? Even better, Andrew. There's a moment where all the Navy guys are like looking at each other like, we should probably just let this guy die, and you're just like, I guess, and just like latch it onto something.
Oh, I definitely do it begrudgingly because I know everything that's happening is out of my control and I don't like it.
It's like a long pause, like you're watching the rope like slowly drain and you're like,
There's a moment, there is definitely a debate going on in my mechanical brain whether or not I just let you take the fall.
Literally.
But I decide to latch it at the last second, and then I take a second rope, and then I rappel down as well.
What an amazing way to die. You just hear somebody from really high up going, dramatic entrance! And just crush right onto the ground. All right, Daniel, so do I make it down? Do I need to make any sort of check on my way down to land gracefully and dramatically?
Yeah, difficulty 3.
Yeah. I assume this is athletics, or would this just...
Athletics. I didn't say, but yeah, athletics.
Okay, difficulty 3. I got this. Well, I've got a 5 in my athletics. Here we go. Oh, it's not looking good. Nope. I do pass exactly. 3. So it's not amazing, but I do a graceful dramatic entrance and whip the rope off of me after I've landed securely.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you moved yet?
No, I'm standing dramatically, arms on the hips, posing, the power pose, as you know.
Okay, a second goes by. Have you moved yet?
No, of course not. I'm taking in this scene of pure drama, this scene of here we are, the heroes of the day, to save these poor refugees in their sweet, sweet Valkyrie.
Okay, Daniel, what do I need to roll for an athletics check to make sure I don't squash Jay? Because I'm definitely only a second behind him and about to hit the ground.
I also didn't go to school for this.
Difficulty 4.
All right, well, I have an athletics of 7. I remember, Jay, I have power armor. I weigh a lot. If I land on you, it's not going to be good.
Well, here we go.
Okay, I failed. Just because I want to do something cool and also scare Jay a little bit, I'm going to use a wrath to re-roll some of my dice.
It's a good thing we're not going to need to fight any orcs. Everything seems cool. Let's use this wrath.
You don't use wrath for combat, Daniel.
No,
Get
Daniel,
out of here.
you use it for cool landings.
Cool landings, Daniel. Okay, so I rerolled. I do pass. I can't push anything, but I pass well enough, so... Jay obviously is still posing. He still hasn't moved, and he has seemingly forgotten that a giant robot man is about to crash on top of him. So to scare him a little bit, I very ungracefully land right behind him in a huge smash and kick up a ton of snow and sound just to scare the hell out of him.
Ah! And I'd like to use a glory point for a narrative declaration. Andrew has landed on the edge of a ice lake, which he immediately cracks through and sinks to the bottom. Ha-ha! Take that! No, I'm kidding. No.
We're just spending glory to screw with each other now?
Yes.
Okay, that's a choice.
He's the one who said he was going to land on me.
Rivalry begins.
No. I'm not saying that you did. I'm not saying you started it, Jay. I'm just commenting.
But I will finish it.
You both look like snowmen when this is over.
Nice. We're giving a rousing speech to our troops and some refugees. Listen here! We have come from far away! Just like looking like snow people.
Yeah. And running up to you is a man in again what's probably a priest's robe, though you could barely tell because most of it is just white at this point, covered in snow. Are you here to rescue us?
Yeah, of course. Look at my pose. Look at this. Hands on hips. Hero pose, baby.
Yeah, I mean, do you see me? I'm dabbing behind him. Do you see that? Like, that means we're here. This is our team pose.
This is what we do.
Okay, I didn't know what that meant. Thank the Emperor you're here. We're gonna need to evacuate the people here, but there's been an accident.
Okay. I mean, like, what kind of accident?
Well, to get shelter for all these refugees, we don't really have enough buildings here in the city, so they were staying in some of the old mines. And with this blizzard that's going on, there's been a small avalanche, and they're trapped in the mines.
Oh my God! Quick question: how many of them still have their trigger fingers?
I don't know. I can't see them.
That doesn't. It's probably still a good amount of them that have trigger fingers.
I would say most of them probably still have their trigger fingers because, an avalanche doesn't, sever trigger fingers.
Yeah, that's true. Not normally. Man! God, there's always a mine! There's always a stupid mine! I hate the mines that we go in. They're the worst. All right.
Well, we don't need to go in it necessarily. We just need to get it dug out.
Okay. I guess that's easier.
Do you have heavy equipment to do that?
We've got a little bit of it, but mostly this is an abandoned mine. We don't really dig the mine shafts too often. We just are working in the ones that are already there. There's no diamonds left in the mine they're hiding in, so there was no reason to be digging there anymore.
Great.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
So, how long would it take to dig out?
You brought men, right? We'll grab some shovels. Maybe people know how to deploy some blasting charges effectively, though it's pretty dangerous right now. I don't know. I don't really know anything about this. Most of the mining foremans are gone now. I don't really know.
Jeez, we ended up in
charges, you say?
We ended up saving people from a mining town who don't have any mining equipment and then get stuck in a mine. I don't know if this was the best use of our time, but we're here.
No, there is mining equipment. It's just not, normally they kind of use variations on just blasting it with las weapons to sort of dig a tunnel in. It worked pretty well in the past.
Okay, so to counter my argument that you don't have mining equipment, you shared a story that they mine instead with las guns. Is that what I'm taking away from that statement?
I don't know. They have stuff not for digging out big tunnels, but more like getting diamonds out safely.
People mine for diamonds with... It doesn't matter. Anyways, okay, you're right. We have troops. We have people on the ground that can dig out. We've got shovels, hopefully, in these landers, probably.
Explosives, yes.
We do have shovels here, so we're trying to get some of the people digging right now, but your folks would be a help. Are those landers full of troops and space for the refugees?
Yes.
We need all the help we can get.
Yeah, we have the space. We what do you have, about 400 of you?
I think it's about 300 now, but yeah.
Okay, good. All right, well, a lot of extra space. But we do have the space for at least 300 of you. So, okay, so Andrew, I think we rally the troops. We get them to start digging, but if I remember correctly, we were spotted back there. And those orc trucks, are they fast?
Yes, explosives, yes.
Oh, you're somewhere else, aren't you? Okay, Andrew, listen to me. Look at me, buddy, in the eyes. I think I'm looking in your eyes, Andrew.
And one eye turns back towards the mine entrance, thinking about explosives.
And I'm turning one of the mechadendrite eyes, like, no, not you either. Listen.
Yes, I'm paying attention.
We can't use heavy explosives, Andrew. There's a mine. They got into this jam because they were probably shooting lads guns at the ceiling. We can't also then throw bombs on top of that. That's gonna bury them, and then we're gonna be out of bombs. We need both of those things, people and bombs.
Yes, bombs. I love bombs.
Oh,
yes.
Andrew, I need you to promise me that you're not going to start blowing up different parts of this area.
You want me to blow up different parts of the area?
Oh, my God. No. Okay. If you don't blow anything up, I promise, there's going to be an opportunity where you're going to get to set off a really big missile or nuke, and I give you the option to do it without any any disagreement from me. A complete pass on nuking something.
And recorded and encrypted.
What? What was that sound?
I accept.
Okay, all right. Am I gonna regret this? Oh my god, what the hell was that?
That was what?
I think that came from right outside the town. I think the Valkyrie just fired one of their Hellstrike missiles at something.
Man, it got to fire one of the Hellstrike missiles. I was gonna be pushing the buttons. Damn it. I think everybody gets all the fun when we're not around. Okay, that means we probably have company, right?
Yeah. Unless I don't think they're pressing random buttons like you do. I would say that oh crap, the orcs might be here already.
Already? How fast are those trucks? Jeez. Okay.
There's orcs all over they're spreading out all over the planet. Maybe there were already some near here. I don't know.
Damn it. Okay. Well, we gotta get defensive positions. We gotta defend these refugees. Soldiers, get over here. Calling, like, I guess some of the sergeants that we brought with us. Listen, all of you, get half the men to the what is that, rock slide? Doesn't matter. We need to dig out the refugees. They're trapped inside the mine. You put half your men there, and we need to get the other half of the men in defensive positions to protect these landers. Andrew and I, and Daniel, are going to go investigate whatever the heck survived that missile strike.
We could maybe ask the Valkyrie.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm connected to the Valkyrie. I forgot about that.
Oh, well, yeah, maybe ask them.
Okay. Valkyrie, come in.
Valkyrie standing by.
We just heard what did you fire upon?
We've made contact with the enemy. Looks like there's a large contingent of orcs coming in. There was a orc armor, a killacan as they call it. It should be dealt with at the moment, but and now you start hearing the sound of heavy bolters, both over the radio and in real life coming from the sky. We're engaging with the orcs, but...
Oh, okay, ETA until they hit the town?
I think they'll be there in about 5 minutes. You need to get into defensive positions. Or recommend you get into defensive positions. Generals.
Roger that. Over, and now. That's how they say it, right? Okay, so, Jay, Daniel, they're here in 5 minutes. We gotta do something. There's a huge orc contingent on its way.
Oh my god. Okay, so plan stays the same. Half your men to digging the refugees out of the mine, and the other half, get to positions, defend the landers, and Andrew, you and I and Daniel, we've got to probably take a strategic position somewhere.
Any special orders for the defense? Should be any sort of... anything we should do?
Okay. I'll handle this.
Like one of these sort of just like, I've never fought orcs before, sir.
Okay. I got this. You're gonna establish 3 separate firing lines. You're gonna have a 2-layered fire line, a 2-layered fire line, a 2-layered fire line. You're gonna have people on top of the buildings in sniper positions, looking for any of their bosses.
I just said, should we use grenade launchers or laser? Like, what sort of weapon should we use?
Oh my god.
Concentrated last weaponry, flame weapons at close range, although you want to be using them in a fighting retreat because orcs will not hesitate to come at you on fire, and try to concentrate your fire on the bosses, so then they'll go into disarray.
Okay. As the troops are just sort of running and shouting, and it's just absolute chaos as people are getting up on the wooden walls around this place. That's mostly to keep out, like, local wildlife. This place hasn't been attacked in a while, and when it is, they just have a couple of armed guards that can keep folks out. The random bandit that's trying to steal diamonds.
Oh, jeez. Andrew, do you think this is an opportunity to maybe rally the troops a little bit? Maybe bring out the old rally jaw? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, you remembered. Okay, yeah.
I thought you were just gonna have him bring out his new flamethrower that he brought for this, but
I mean,
speech is also nice.
That for sure, but if I remember correctly, I've seen it in action once. That weird algorithm thing that you can turn on to, inspire people or confuse people or whatever you do. Maybe now's the time.
All right. I mean, I can employ the cogitator, I guess. All right. Putting pressure on me here. I'm getting my nice inspirational jaw out. It's massive and shiny. Troops, we've had some hard times. Actually, I don't know any of you, but it doesn't matter because I know each and every one of you is absolutely capable of doing your job. And I know that orcs are terrifying. We fought them up close multiple times. But you'll notice we got out of there because we followed one simple rule. Shoot them as much as you can until they're dead. That's it. I guess I'll make a
listen,
roll.
It's straightforward. It's easy to follow, I would say.
What's the difficulty of this, Daniel?
These guys are scared. It's a difficulty 6.
Okay, well, the beauty of what Jay mentioned, which is my conversational cogitator, is I can, anytime I make a check, in this case, I would assume a persuasion or something.
This would be a leadership for sure.
Or a leadership. I can substitute tech in for that skill. So, luckily, my tech is a 10. Here we go. So a 6, you said. I mean, I think I got this.
Yeah.
I still have a wrath that I refuse to use for combat, Daniel. Now that you said it. Okay. So didn't pass. Nothing crazy on my wrath die. I'm gonna use a wrath to reroll this because I don't need it for combat.
We don't. We've already established this.
Okay. Well, amazing reroll. Every dice is a success. So I have 9 successes and I can push a 6, Daniel.
Holy shit.
Would you like to inspire the diggers more or the fighters more?
I don't like having decisions put on me. I can only cogitate the one time. I would like to inspire the fighters more because and here's the straight logic behind it. If they fail and our landers get overrun, we're not getting out of here anyway. Like the diggers, like as much as it sounds shitty, like we might, if we don't do it in time, have to leave the people in the mine behind. Anyways, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, because we're gonna defend him with the rallied troops. That's a great speech, man.
All right. The storm is letting up a little bit. At least the wind is howling a little less, but it is still snowing. And because of that, I can hear the sounds.
Okay, well, they're here. Let's get moving. Troops, position. You heard the man. Let's go. So Daniel, I guess we just start running up to kind of support one of the areas. Like, I guess the troops are like running into positions, taking like posts. Yeah. Andrew, do you want to run into like one of these buildings and like just take like eye line towards like the front of the canyon?
Yeah, and I think I'll position in a way where essentially, assuming that they were to get by, like I'd be the first person they'd encounter, since I think I'm more resilient than anyone else here, probably.
I'm actually going to support Andrew by going up one floor and pulling out, that's right, my Ranger long rifle to get a bead on the enemies and pop open my my scope and look ahead. What do I see, Daniel?
So it's hard to see them as they're emerging from this snowy mountainous forest. But more and more are coming out. There's at least 80 right now. It's just, I think there's 3 knobs that are leading the rest of the orc boys. I'm not seeing any other armor at the moment, thankfully. Maybe the Valkyrie took it down. Maybe there's more coming, but I don't see that right now. But I do see a trio of knobs all heading towards us, as well as the massive orcs. The knobs are sort of like getting the boys ready to go, firing them up, getting them excited.
Jeez, okay.
Okay. All right, Jay, I know I make fun of you all the time for this, and I probably will not stop, but I need you to shoot the knobs in the face.
No, I can do this. I'm fine. I know how to use this thing, this big old gun. I got this. So, Daniel, for my concealed position, I would like to use one of my shots from my Ranger long rifle. The only shot. It only shoots one shot. Yeah, I know how this works. And I'm going to aim, so I can typically only add 1 die, but instead I get to add 2 because it's a sniper. So I'm going to try to shoot one of these knobs. You know what? Do I want to take like a more, let's call it a called shot. Oh, wait. Yes, I have dead shot. That's right. I'm good with Ranger rifles.
You're very good with them, even if you never use them.
It's one of my abilities. So I have dead shot, which is double bonus extra damage on a called shot. So what that means is I could go for something medium, small, or tiny. Now, if I go for small, which is head, normally you'd get like +2 extra damage. But I get +4 extra damage. It is a +3 difficulty on shooting, but these knobs are pretty big, so I think I'm going to go for shooting one of these knobs in the head with the Ranger long rifle. Sound good, Daniel?
Yeah, you'll probably get 2 shots before they get close enough to start firing at them.
Yes, that's what I need to hear. All right, so I am going to do a called shot, and I'm going to aim. So I would get to add +2 to my already pretty impressive ballistic skill. So, Daniel, what is the essentially the defense of one of these knobs?
It is 3.
Okay, so that means it'll go up to a 6, but I do get 12 dice because I have a 10 ballistic skill. So
right, what does your gun have sniper? Doesn't that mean you get more when you're aiming, or did you factor that in?
I factored that in. It's +2 instead of just 1.
Okay, you got that. Okay.
Yeah, I could have totally botched this, but here we go.
You're stalling long enough. Shoot him in the face already.
I'm shooting him in the face. Here we go. Oh, that's a lot of 6s. Oh, no. Oh, no. So I succeed. And I can push a 6. But I rolled a 1 on my wrath die. Does that mean my gun jams?
Well,
I mean, you're going to make the shot, but it does mean that your gun is going to... You know what I think it is?
Yeah?
I think you only had 1 shot in your gun.
I never reloaded the pack on it.
You never reloaded it.
Ooh, okay. Well, whoopsie-doo.
So how's it going up there, Jay? Are you going to shoot them all in the face?
I got this guy. I'm like looking at the pack and it just is 1 shot blinking red. I'm like, no, I got this. So I can push one of my 6s. So what that means is instead of just getting 1 extra damage die or 2 extra damage die, I now get 6 extra damage die total to roll on this guy. So here we go, shooting him in the face. Please be good. Whoop. Well, it looks good so far. Okay, that is 5 extra damage. Holy crap, 2 6s and another success. So that is a total of 15 damage, no pen. Straight to his face.
It's good damage. He sort of clutches his face and then continues to run forward.
Oh, man. Well, I shot him in the face, Andrew. You saw that. You saw me hit him right in the face.
Shoot him more in the face.
Yeah, of course. But you know what? I think I got a new strategy. I think I'm going to let him get a little bit closer as I, just drop my Ranger long rifle on the ground and, quickly scramble to grab my shuriken pistol. Yeah. I don't, this gun's not really working for me, I think it just needs to cool off for a minute, and this will be good. We'll be fine.
What are you talking about? No, to shoot him, they're at range. Shoot him in the face.
Nah. I don't need that. I want him to get up close. I want him to see me coming. You know what I mean? I want him to see the death coming from my shuriken pistol. Here we go.
They can't even see you. You're in a concealed position.
Yeah, I know.
All right, this conversation has taken too long. They are now within general range. And they are just firing wildly towards the lines. But your men are firing as well, and due to Andrew's good speech and advice, they are all targeting the knobs.
Yes!
Firing at them in particular.
That's good
There
news.
is a lot of noise.
Oh, that's loud. Okay, well, Andrew, they're close, which was my plan all along, to draw them in close. That's why I got the shuriken pistol out. Let's take these knobs out. What do you say?
Okay. I mean, I would have rather them already be dead, but sure, let's do it.
No. This will be more fun. So from my position,
so we'll go at the top of the round. So you had your sort of free round. I was gonna give you 2 free rounds, but
But then
I have the ammo for
But then I didn't have the ammo. Yay!
But we're gonna start a new round right now with you, Jay. There's actually sort of 3 clumps of the orcs. Each one is following one of the knobs, and the knob you shot is running straight at us. And it looks like he has about 20 orcs surrounding him.
Ooh, that's a lot of orcs.
Yeah.
Okay. Andrew, do you think you can handle the orcs? What do you got in terms of firepower? Oh, wait, you have a flamer, don't you?
Not just any flamer, Jay. And I pull out what normally would look like a regular flamer, but it's abnormally large, and you just watch me continually put more things on it, and you're not sure if they were supposed to be on it the whole time, or if, like, I just do this to make it seem more dramatic, like I'm continually upgrading it.
Like you're like transforming it, so like you pull out a flamer, then a mechadendrite comes out and slams something else on it, then another one slams something else on it. I'm like, what the hell? By the way, I'm above you.
You would make a good orc.
By the way, I'm above you, so I'm like looking down through the window, and I just see this thing coming out the front window beneath me, just like attachments like bolting onto it. What the hell is that?
It's my super flamer.
What?
I'm working on the name still.
Oh, okay. I mean, it sounded cool, but probably could use a little more work.
All right, which one of you wants to go first? Super Flamer or Shuriken?
I think the Super Flamer is going to go first with that announcement.
Okay. So this is the first time I've ever used a flame weapon. So we're going to go through this and make sure we don't mess it up. So attacks with a flamer weapon ignore cover. If you hit a target with a flamer, blah, 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 it basically hits everything between you and the target. Oh, interesting. So one thing you can do with the flamer is you can shift when you make a ranged attack with a flamer to arc this stream of burning chemicals to a number of meters equal to your ballistic skill rating. Anything in this arc is hit by the attack.
Whoa.
So
Yes.
Can I aim it upwards and spray it so it not only hits the knob, but all of the boys behind him?
Yeah.
That sounds like a
'cause
pretty
my
good use of a
ballistic
flamer.
Yeah, my ballistic skill rating is only an 8 because I am more specialized in combat, but that's still 8 meters.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's probably enough to get the mob of boys as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Okay. All right, so let's make I guess it's just a standard ballistic skill check. Okay. What defenses are we talking about here with the knob
3.
and the boys? Defense
3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing significant on my wrath die, other than a success, but I am able to push 2 6s.
Whoa.
I rolled very well. All right, rolling for the extra damage. Not the best, but still pretty good. 14 damage, pen 1 to the boys and the knob.
Jeez.
Ooh, the knob is now almost dead.
And he might be on fire.
Yeah, he is on fire. That is a lot of damage to all of them. You take out 4 of the boys that were with him.
Whoa. Wait, how many are left behind him?
Well, he had 20 with him.
Oh my god, still 16 boys?
Yes.
It was a full mob.
Jeez.
It's a small mob, but it's a mob.
Okay, so it took out 4 boys. Are any of the rest of the boys on fire?
Yes. And they are starting to panic a little bit as well.
Well, that's good at least.
I mean, I thought it would just be nice, because we're in this blizzard, give them a little heat, something to warm up.
Oh crap, we are in a blizzard. Hope they don't figure that out. Don't roll on the ground, orcs.
Yeah. So, normally, by the way, the blizzard would be disrupting your ability to shoot, but first of all, the flamer just sort of flames, and it's more difficult for them to see, to dodge, so it all kind of bounces out, don't worry.
Fair enough.
I think what's going to happen is, the orc knob is going to, target you, Andrew.
Ugh.
Okay. Fine.
Right, metal boy.
Yes, I have metal. So?
Let's see what you like about this metal. And he brings his big chopper down on you.
Ooh.
He's gonna make a roll.
And as he's bringing down the big chopper, my candid look on my face with my candid jaw says, "Hey, yeah, you're on fire."
Yes. He does not need to roll to not panic because of the fire, but he is going to take damage because of the fire, because he is not putting it out. He's just focusing on killing you.
This is
It was more
terrifying.
of a, I'm surprised because he's on fire and he seems not to care.
This is like a 10, 11-foot orc just on fire, screaming at you, with about to swing a big chopper. That's horrifying.
I give Jay a look that says, I may have made it worse.
You're like looking up at the window, and I'm like, my face is a slack, just like, oh no.
All right. But he does take 1 mortal wound because he is on fire. So that's nice.
And it kills him?
No. No.
Well, dang.
Oop.
By the way, is this one of the knobs that I shot? Is this the knob I shot in the face?
This is the knob that you shot in the face.
Oh my god. He's been shot in the face and set on fire.
Yes. You also see sweeping by is the Valkyrie on another attack run, as it is trying to gun down as many of the orcs that are running up with its heavy bolters.
Jeez. And I assume the other 2 knobs split off, or are they still in line of sight?
Each knob is leading a mob, and they're all heading towards the town.
Okay.
But the rest of your troops are trying to target those knobs.
Okay.
But anyway, let's roll his attack.
What? No, he's on fire. He forgot about me.
I figured if we talked about the other knobs long enough, Daniel would forget. But he never forgets.
Wait, what's his... Oh, yeah, he's got pretty good weapon skill, turns out.
Good news!
Hey, Andrew, what's your defense?
I mean, we go over this every time. It's a rousing, unstoppable 3.
Always
I'm not good at
disappointing.
remembering numbers. Well, he pushes 2 6s. And let's see that damage. So that means he gets 7 extra damage dice.
What?
He gets 5 built in, and then he gets another 7, or another 3 because no, another 2, 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
Oh no!
Jay just gets a cogitation through the Vox that says, "I'm in danger."
I'm like, oh no.
15 from the big choppa, pen 1.
Oh my, jeez. Okay. Wow. Wow. All right. So 3 damage goes through because my resilience is a 13 and it's pen 1, so it's technically a 12. I will attempt to soak some of that.
Please do.
I soak 1. So I take 2 damage.
Jeez.
Not a good start.
How many wounds do you have left?
7.
Okay. This can't take much more of that.
Why are you still up? Go down!
But I'm a metal man. You said it yourself.
Poor choice of words. I'm going down, and I leap out the window, doing a spinny move in the air as Aeldari do. And
Athletics check.
no, but I mean, I'll do it. I'll always roll. I'll roll for this shit.
You roll for coolness.
I'll
not
roll for
necessarily
this
athletics.
if I can get a wrath back, because we're spending them like hotcakes. No, I'm rolling it. I'm in it. Here we go. What's the difficulty to do a cool flip out the window while pulling out one of my guns, my shuriken pistol, and my witchblade?
3.
Yeah. Here we go. Yes! I got a 4, baby. It's a sweet flip out that window. So taking out the shuriken pistol in my left hand, witchblade coming down on my right. As I'm spinning shuriken pistol, I'm doing my my classic dual wield. Shuriken pistol is going to unload full volley. Well, oh no, I can't do a full volley. I can't do salvo while I'm doing a dual wield.
Yeah, you're busy flipping.
Yeah, damn it. Well, I'm busy using 2 weapons. So I'm going to just shoot into the mob of orcs and come down on top of this knob and try to just crush them with the witchblade. So doing my dual wield so I don't take any difficulty penalties. What's the, we'll do the mob first. So there's 16 boys left, and they're on fire, so maybe less soon. How many, what's the defense of this mob?
3.
3. Okay. I should be able to hit these guys. I've got 10 on my ballistic skill. No penalties for dual wield. Oh, that was a horrible roll. Did you say 2, Daniel?
3.
3? Oh, God, no. I could have used a 6 to make it pen 3. I have to use the 6. Wow, that's terrible. So I do hit them with a 4. Had a 10 dice. It was horrendous. Okay. So I get 1 extra damage die, which is nothing. So that's just 10 damage, no AP, into the mob.
All right. You take out 2 of them.
Ugh, okay, not as good as I was hoping for.
No, we were hoping for something better than that.
I was, but here comes the Witchblade. Please be better. What's the defense on the knob again? 3?
3.
Okay,
Yes.
here we go. 8 dice on a weapon skill. That's much better. Oh my god! No!
I'm assuming you rolled an exceptional result on your wrath die.
Why? What is this guy? It's like my ultimate nemesis. I rolled a 1 on my wrath die again.
Jay, he's an orc, and you're Aeldari, and he's clearly the superior creation.
My old kin from another parent, the old ones. Our classic battle continues on. Dang it. Well, oh my god, and my only passes were 2 6s, so I do hit him. All right, so I assume there's a weapon complication. Daniel, you ready? I'm gonna roll a die.
Yeah, roll a d6. None of these are good, my friend. None of these are good.
Okay, here we go. I rolled a 3. Not too high.
Okay. Something from your past comes back to haunt you.
What?
An old wound flares up in pain, or you're distracted by a memory. Jay, do you remember how the first time you picked up this Witchblade,
Oh no.
you were overwhelmed by an extreme sense of despair?
Damn
and
it.
you felt the entirety of the loss of the Aeldari Empire?
Yeah, I remember that. Is that happening now?
You, from feeling the despair of not killing those orcs and just feeling overwhelmed by all of this, and I don't know, maybe this sword had been in snow before. Who knows? But you are now being completely overwhelmed by that, and you're gonna collapse on the ground and start to cry.
Oh no. But do I hit him?
Yes, you do hit him. He only has 1 wound left. You got him. You have defeated this knob.
So I crush him, but as my
Yeah.
Witchblade hits the snow, it gets mad at me because it doesn't like being cold. It's just like, feel this pain.
I think it's more complicated than that, but if you want to think of it that way, that also
That's Jay.
works.
Yeah, that's Jay's rationalization of it. I just look over at Daniel and say, "Is he crying? Didn't he just kill the? Why is he crying? I'm so confused."
It's not working out.
So are the orcs that are looking at him.
So I'm looking at the orcs and they're upset as well?
Well, they don't know what to do. You just flew out of the sky, cut their boss in half, and then just collapsed on the ground and started crying. Also, you're one of them pointy gits. Like, you're not one of the humans that they've been seeing.
You're right. This is probably a very confusing sight for them. Usually when one of them kills somebody, or like a human does, they triumphantly cheer, but I just killed their boss and then started crying.
Yeah, also they're all on fire.
Then they look at me for assurance, and they see me pull a jaw out and put on a surprise jaw, and it just makes them even more confused.
That's true. They came to fight humans, and they found a pointy guy who cries and a robot man who shoots fire.
Andrew, I'm going to give you one chance. Can you think of anything to... These orcs seem like they're probably going to break soon, but they're going to get an attack on Jay who isn't going to defend, unless you could think of something real quick.
Okay. So, I have a pretty high intimidation skill,
Okay.
and I never really use it. I'm not kidding, I put 4 points into intimidation just so there'd be an opportunity where I could scare the hell out of somebody, and it's just never happened because Jay always does his sweet talking, but now he's all crying on the ground like a big baby, so...
I think that says what we need to do right here. Yeah.
So, as the orcs are trying to figure out whether or not they're going to attack Jay, you just see this very exaggerated stomps of this robot man in power armor step around Jay to put himself between them, and you see all of my mechadendrites come out, and all the lights come on, and I just pull the jaw off and just leave it off. And you just see this... they just hear this metallic shriek just come out for me, and it's just scrap code for me. But for them, they don't know what the hell kind of sound I'm making.
Oh,
All right.
jeez.
Roll an intimidation check. Difficulty 5.
5. Okay, here we go.
Good thing we spent all our wrath.
Listen, Jay. Listen. We still have a glory, and I'm ready to use it. Unless you roll a boss roll like that, my friend. You said it was a difficulty 5?
Yeah.
Well, nothing. Unfortunately, I only got a 5 on my wrath die, but I rolled so well that I can push a 6.
Ooh.
I think they begin to trip as they start running away from you, Scream.
And now we use our narrative declaration. They slipped onto a lake and they all fall through and die.
Yes. I pick up. So I realize at that moment it's because I used my flame weapon and it cleared the snow and made me realize they're all standing on a lake. And I pick up the big choppa from the knob, and as they start to run, I throw it at them, and it just hits the ice and they all fall in.
Yeah.
They were already sure. You know what? Sure, they all fall into.
Listen,
the
Daniel,
freezing
we're
lake.
very good at using our wrath and our glory for strategic, important reasons.
The pointy one and the scary one is too much. As they start to run and they fall in the water.
And I'm just standing behind or in front of Jay, behind them, and I'm just like screaming like, and beating my chest like a crazy man.
Shit. Okay, good job. You've dispersed this whole mob.
Wait,
and
what?
The fight.
We dispersed what? Oh my god. I feel terrible.
Jay, get a hold of yourself,
What is
man.
this?
It's you killed the knob.
All
Like, what's
those
the big
people.
deal?
What? What happened? What? Is this? I have snow on my face, on my cheeks? What is this?
What the hell is wrong with you? Pick up your sword. Let's go.
What happened? I feel terrible. Oh my god. Somebody kill that knob?
All right, Daniel. He doesn't seem to be collecting himself anytime soon, so I'm just gonna. Here we go, and I remember to wrap my cloth around his crazy weird sword thing, and I just toss him on my shoulder and start moving towards one of the landers.
What am I doing up here? Is someone carrying me?
Oh, I mean, I think this is good. We beat back the orcs. It looks like we lost a good chunk of men, but they're falling back for now. But it looks like there's way more coming. We got to get everybody out of this village and go. But shit, let's just try to get Jay some help here.
All right, Daniel. Has there been any progress with regards to the people trapped in the cave?
It looks like they're getting most of them out. They're running to the landers right now. Thankfully, I think these guys are maybe over worried. They weren't actually that deep into the mine, especially when we had all of our forces working together. I think one of these guys actually used an explosive to open up the way into the mine. They knew what they were doing, and they used some explosives.
Damn it! I knew I could have blown something up. Well, and most importantly, Daniel, before we get onto this lander, have they all been given guns?
They're being given. They get handed a gun and then let onto the lander. That is the policy at the moment. Good. All right. Well, let's step onto the Valkyrie here. I'm calling him down now, and then I guess I'll shut you down, and we'll try and figure out what the hell's wrong with Jay.
The once prosperous mining town of Blindfrost is sacked by the Orks. Only the combined efforts of the levy, the navy, and the flexible demeanor are able to hold back Orks long enough to evacuate the hundreds of civilians trapped in Blindfrost, and with surprisingly low casualties, thanks to High Commanders Andrew and Jay. Meanwhile, a daring assault is able to destroy one of the rocks that had landed near the city of Kugain. This victory shocks the Orks, as they had seemingly expected the defenders to stay behind their walls. But the might of the Imperial armor and artillery is able to crush the unprepared greenskins. Casualties are heavy on the walls of Kugain, as the Orks from the remaining rock continue their assault. But for now, Doma stands strong, but more Orks are coming. Will they get as lucky this time? Special thanks to Daniel Fernandez for inserting his soul into a servo skull and helping these two as Game Master. If you enjoyed this episode, why not leave a rating and review on your favorite podcast app? We'd really appreciate it. Our theme song was composed by Kyle Fryer. You can check out his music on SoundCloud. Music in this episode was produced by Kevin MacLeod of Incomptech.com. You can find the track listing and credits in the show notes. Of course, as a Patreon backer, I hope you take the chance to join our Discord. We've got a ton of great people already on there chatting everything RPG and 40K, with the boys dropping by on the regular as well. Until next time, goodbye.